afternoon. Tropical cyclone wind signal number 2 is raised in some areas in Luzon as Leon intensifies into a typhoon on Tuesday, October 29. Based on Pagasa's 11 a.m. bulletin, the center of Typhoon Leon was last spotted 555 kilometers east of Tuguegarao City, Cagayan. It is carrying maximum sustained winds of 130 kilometers per hour and gustiness of up to 160 kilometers per hour. Leon is moving west-northwestward at 10 kilometers per hour. Tropical cyclone wind signal number 2 is raised in some areas of Luzon including Batanes, Babuyan Islands, the eastern portion of mainland Cagayan, and the northeastern portion of Isabela, where gale of force winds are expected, bringing light to moderate damage to high-risk structures as well as very light to light damage to medium-risk structures. Meanwhile, signal number 1 is raised in some other areas of Luzon such as the rest of mainland Cagayan, the rest of Isabela, Quirino, Nueva Vizcaya, Apayao, Kalinga, Abra, Mountain Province, Ifugao, Benguet, Ilocos Norte, Ilocos Sur, La Union, Aurora, the northern portion of Quezon including Polillo Islands, Camarines Norte, the eastern portion of Camarines Sur, Catanduanes, the eastern portion of Albay, and the northeastern portion of Sorsogon. Areas under signal number 1 are expected to experience strong winds that may bring very light to no damage to low-risk structures and light damage to medium to high-risk structures. Leon is forecast to be closest to Batanes between early morning and the noon of Thursday, October 31. Pag-asa also reports that Leon is expected to rapidly intensify throughout its passage over the Philippine Sea up to until before landfall over Taiwan, adding that there is an increasing chance that Leon will reach super typhoon category. Several members of the House of Representatives say that former President Rodrigo Duterte should face the full brunt of the law after he said he's taking full responsibility for the drug war and confirmed the existence of a death squad. During the Senate Blue Ribbon Committee hearing on Duterte administration's war on drugs on Monday, October 28, Duterte said that he takes full legal and moral responsibility for the drug war. The former president also admitted that police chiefs during his term used to be heads of death squads, adding that he created a death squad in Davao that is made up of gangsters that would go after criminals. In reaction to Duterte's statements, lawmakers from the House's Young Guns say Duterte's admission should prompt government agencies to file cases against the former president. Deputy Majority Leader and Tingog Party List Representative June Asidre says that Duterte must be held accountable and must go to jail for the extrajudicial killings after he publicly accepted responsibility for the deaths of drug war victims. Asidre adds that Duterte's words have given the justice system a clear mandate to act and that it is their duty as public servants to uphold justice and not to shield individuals. House Assistant Majority Leader J. Kong-hoon agrees to Asidre's statements, saying that Duterte's admission offers an opportunity for the government to reaffirm the nation's commitment to the rule of law. Kong-hoon also says that this is a critical time for concerned institutions to pursue legal accountability that the families of victims of the drug war have waited for. Meanwhile, House Assistant Majority Leader and Nueva Ecija 1st District Representative Micaela Angela Swansing says that the judiciary and investigative bodies now have a duty to act on Duterte's admission, adding that Duterte's own words must be met with a serious response. For his part, Assistant Majority Leader and La Union 1st District Representative Paulo Ortega highlights that the International Criminal Court is still an option if domestic avenues for seeking justice fails. The head of the House Committee investigating the alleged mishandling of public funds in the Office of the Vice President and the Department of Education says it had come up with 2 possible grounds for impeaching Vice President Sara Duterte. In a statement on Monday, October 28, House Committee on Good Government and Public Accountability Chair Joel Chua says the possible grounds they came up for impeaching Duterte are graft and corruption and the betrayal of public trust. According to Chua, the panel arrived with these grounds based on the documents and testimonies presented to the committee. Chua maintains the inquiry was conducted in aid of legislation and not for the purpose of impeaching Duterte, adding that she still has the opportunity to refute the allegations against her. Chua cites findings that the Office of the Vice President spent 125 million pesos in confidential funds in just 11 days in December 2022, as well as the alleged spending of 15 million pesos by DepEd in confidential funds for youth training programs. The lawmaker notes that the Commission on Audit issued a notice of disallowance for 73.28 million pesos of the 125 million pesos in confidential funds for their improper use, and that the Commission on Audit had directed Duterte and other officials of the Office of the Vice President to settle the disallowed amount. Chua further says that contrary to the DepEd's claim that the 15 million pesos was spent for youth training summits in 2023 through the Philippine Army, military officials and representatives of local governments clarified that no fund for the program was sourced from DepEd. Chua also cites the 16 million pesos spent by the Office of the Vice President on overpriced safe houses. According to Chua, there were no details on the 16 million peso rental of safe houses, adding that the committee does not know if the budget was really used for rentals of safe houses. He notes that the acknowledgement receipts for rental of safe houses were unassigned, had illegible and missing names, and are lacking supporting documents such as lease contracts. Based on the records, the Office of the Vice President made payments amounting to 250 pesos to 1 million pesos per property between December 21 and 31, 2022. These are the stories you need to know today. I'm Neil Mercado. Follow INQUIRER.net on Facebook, X, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Reddit. For more stories, visit INQUIRER.net. Good afternoon.